in the next 35 years. It isn't a plan for the GTA. Everybody will play a part, even Windsor-Essex. It's all about long-term sustainability. We're saying today the MegaHospital location will not help our region reduce its carbon footprint. Because of this, it cannot be a done deal. The Climate Change Action Plan aims to create a greener, healthier province. It encourages sustainable urban development and protects farmland. It talks about compact, walkable communities that reduce traffic congestion. The MegaHospital plan is out of sync with Ontario's Climate Change Plan. And today, we're pointing out that contradiction. The location is 13 kilometers from Windsor Centre. That's not a walkable distance, it's not a cyclable distance. It will be the most distant hospital of any city in Canada. The national average is under 4 kilometers. Windsor's core is home to 15 times more residents per square kilometer than our surrounding municipalities. If we rip hospital healthcare out of our established neighborhoods, we'll be looking at more road usage and more traffic congestion. It's a problem that the location is on farmland. It's not a 60-acre problem. The mega plan will unlock a further 3,275 acres for development. Even worse, we have no population growth. In a nutshell, the mega hospital will be a license for urban sprawl. And this is hopelessly poor timing, right when our government is establishing policy and legislation to stop urban sprawl and radically reduce our carbon footprint. And this is why CAMPP is saying we need to rethink the mega plan. So this is fantastic. We hear that on a Friday morning people are at work. It's going to be difficult for them to get here, and they've really shown up. We're planning a much bigger event later on in the summer, so this is just the start.
So is this a new campaign in terms of the Rethink campaign? Is that kind of how you're launching it?
No, we've been talking about this for a little while, but what's new right now is the Climate Change Action Plan. So that came out 2 weeks ago, and I think that we need to be paying attention to the contradictions.
What do you think of the response?
We know they're listening. We've been writing continuously, and we get responses, and we know they're hearing us. They're maybe not telling the public what they're saying, but they're considering what we're saying.
Do you think the support for your campaign is growing?
It's definitely growing. We're getting more and more correspondence on our website. We're getting more people joining our group, and more people are talking about it. We're holding weekly meetings, and we're getting new people every week.
How do you respond to the fact that this hospital is supposed to be a regional hospital? And yes, it is moving away from the center core, but it would be closer to the county where the population is growing.
Well, first of all, there is no regional population growth. There has been growth, but it's stalled as of right now. The right hospital system will balance both the city and the county. So what we're saying is that this plan does not balance those two, and it takes away significantly. It rips the hospital system out of the city and puts it just a couple of minutes closer to the county. So that's really the problem that needs to be worked out.
You mentioned a walkable hospital, a cyclable. Most people don't walk to the hospital or cycle to the hospital. I've heard that kind of criticism a lot, that if you're walking to the hospital or cycling to the hospital, maybe you're not that sick. So how do you respond to that?
4,000 people work at the hospital. So that's 4,000 people every day that are going back and forth. A lot of those people live in these communities, so they live close by. They want to be close by. They might even be driving. It might be a couple of blocks that they're driving, but the point is that they need to be close to the hospital. Actually, I should say some more about that.
I only bring it up because it's a criticism that I've heard.
Yeah. There is also a broader issue here, and that is that hospitals are one of the most important community anchors. And so when you have hospitals, there's lots of there is related businesses, and there are medical businesses that are in the neighborhoods, and they need to be close by as well. And that's where the walkability comes into. If you take that away, and we are having to drive from one business to the other, that's what I'm not interested in. Any other questions?
the Mega Plan. The Mega Plan.
Throw all that away and start from scratch. We are also made to believe that the province will be spending all this money to build a new mega hospital when in fact it will be a P3. What is a P3, you might ask? It is what is called a public-private partnership. P3s are when private sector plays a key important role in financing, designing, building and operating, and even owning facilities that are otherwise designed for the public. Usually at a much higher price than if the province were to do it themselves. The Provincial Auditor General came out with a report in 2014 that said P3 projects cost the province an additional $8 billion than if they were to procure through traditionally. Besides the higher cost, some of the other problems are secrecy. The interest of commercial confidentiality overrides policies to protect the public's right to know about how their money is being spent. Loss of accountability. Public control and accountability are both compromised because public standards are seen as obstacles to successful business ventures. Even the Auditor General has been kept in the dark about basic information regarding financing and operating of community facilities such as hospitals. These are some of the main reasons why we should not be thinking about public-private partnership. All they're worried about is to make profits for their shareholders. They don't care about our health care. They're looking to make profits for their shareholders. So we need to make sure that the province spends any money to build hospitals or to improve the hospitals we already have. Thank you.
They could build a new hospital in the parking lot here. Same as it did with Bridgepoint in Toronto.
You should be, if you go out there right now, it's called a greenfield site, and that's because it's really a green field. In the future is now under climate change and everything else. Crops and food for areas should be grown in that area. When I was a kid, when we got an orange, it was at Christmas time. It was a treat, right? It wasn't every day. So we should not be expanding further on farmland and expanding even further for putting infrastructure around it. What should be done is it should be on a brownfield site, which is already an existing site, which is already around here, something that already has infrastructure, somewhere like right there. That's where that should be. That's all.
so I don't get hit by a car. Yeah, background, there we go.